This is what a crash looks like. An oil market collapsed from $108 to $30 in just 18 months, to levels not seen since 2003. Where's the bottom? Morgan Stanley says $20. RBS says $16. Standard Chartered, $10.
Now, if you've been wondering perhaps just how low oil prices can go, in the U.S., the price of North Dakota sour crude went negative.
The Secretary of Mexico Energy Ministry said that falling oil prices have reduced the country's oil revenues by more than 70%. Wow! Following the collapse of oil prices, petrol in United Arab Emirates has become cheaper than drinking water. Wow! I will connect many dots in this video, and at the end of this video I'm going to tell you where all this will lead to. It's already obvious, but I will give you some facts anyway. Stock markets are falling around the world. We have stock markets falling in Asia, then we have stock markets falling in China, then we have stock markets falling in Europe, then we have stock markets falling in United States. Well, what does it indicate? Maybe a global stock market crash?
It's a boon for drivers. It acts as a tax break for consumers. But the force of the decline so far, so fast, is destabilizing, bringing economic crisis to oil producers like Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Russia, Nigeria, Iraq, pink slips for energy workers, and potential bankruptcy for oil companies.
We've already seen with these low oil prices that about 250,000 people worldwide have already lost their jobs. About 50,000 jobs have been lost in Texas. We expect those numbers to increase as these low prices encourage more bankruptcies and consolidation in the industry.
American oil and gas producers are expected to announce 2015 losses, totaling over $15 billion. Earnings could shrink as a result of collapsing oil prices. The experts are quite skeptical about the energy companies' budgets for 2016. Most of the producers announced their plans to stay within their cash flow. But with oil price around $30 per barrel, they are going to be forced into some significant cuts. The oil industry is braced for an increase in Iranian production after Western powers lifted many of the sanctions linked to Iran's nuclear program, paving the way for Iran's full return to the international oil market. You see, Iran sanctions means only one thing. Iran was disconnected from the SWIFT payment system. The re-entering of Iran, the international oil market, can swiftly boost the production and exports by 500,000 barrels a day. This could easily be a cause to even lower oil prices.
4 reasons why this is happening. First, OPEC won't cut production. The world's largest oil producers are holding out to see if other smaller producers will slow the pumps, hoping they can gain or keep their market share in the long run. But it's costing them billions. And Iran is about to start selling oil too. Second, China is spooking everyone. The world's second largest economy is slowing. It needs less fuel to run its economy. Emerging markets would need less as well. Third, the U.S. is producing more oil than ever, largely created by the American shale oil boom. And this plunge in prices hasn't shut out too many producers yet. And finally, the U.S. dollar is strong. Crude oil trades in dollars. That means when the dollar gets stronger, oil gets more expensive for overseas buyers. That hurts demand and drives prices down further.
The current drop in oil prices cannot be explained only in terms of market factors. Like demand going up, the price should go up. Then the demand for oil falling and the price should be falling. To me, it looks like setting the price of oil is an instrument of political pressure on oil-reliable economies such as Russia, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. I want you to look at the 2 following pictures. Please leave a comment below of what you think these two pictures mean for the world. Thanks in advance for your comment. My family's good health is my #1 priority. I have a second YouTube channel where you can find my video review of top quality nutrition supplements. Under this video you can find discount codes up to 70% off, and you will get extra up to 35% off on already discounted food supplements. These discount codes updated weekly. Like you can get the offer buy one get one free and use the discount code for up to 35% off, which is an amazing offer.
Clearly, we are headed for lower levels of oil production. Will that bring oil prices back up? Not over the short term, because the demand just isn't there. Even with oil prices below $30 a barrel, that's not stimulating significant new demand. That tells us that the world economy is skating on thin ice right now.
Now, let's talk about that Russian sanctions on Turkey took place a very short while ago, and the economic impact it had on Turkish economy, it was huge. Like over 1,300 Turkish hotels along the Mediterranean coast have been listed for sale, as Russian sanctions and security concerns have shaken up the tourism industry in Turkey. The total sale price of the hotels on offer is close to $13 billion. It might not be a big number for the US economy, but it is a very damaging amount of money for Turkish economy to handle. A large number of hotels in resort towns were left on the brink of bankruptcy after Russia imposed sanctions on Turkey. Let me explain something. So, if Russia imposed sanctions on Turkey, something like a month ago, and we see consequences, huge consequences on Turkish economy of Russian sanctions. So people are starting to understand that how serious is the situation in the whole world regarding sanctions. Let's think about US sanctions on Russia and Europe sanctions on Russia. The impact of those sanctions is significantly bigger than Russian sanctions on Turkey, maybe 1,000 times, I'm not sure.
The oil price dropped to a 13-year low on Monday, trading below $28 per barrel, though it has since rebounded. The oil market has been made even more turbulent now since Tehran announced it's ready to contribute an additional 500,000 barrels per day. With a huge crude oversupply, some oil-producing countries have been acknowledging the need to stabilize the market.
This is going to be the last bit of information in this video. Now I'm going to sum up everything. It becomes obvious that something big is about to happen in this world. Is it going to be Russian economic collapse, or is it going to be China's stock market crash? It's very hard to guess. I would guess that based on the current events in Syria and Turkey, the war between NATO and Russia is about to start. The Russian Defense Ministry has presented video evidence that shows the Turkish military shelling Syrian territory using heavy artillery positioned close to the Syrian border. Syria's general staff has provided Russian counterparts with the video footage of deployment of heavy artillery vehicles. Syrian opposition groups have also provided with the evidence of the Turkish military shelling Syrian territory. It is clear to me that it is a sign that World War III is about to start in Turkey and Syria. Russia and China against NATO and US. This war, this global war, will lead to petrodollar collapse, global economic collapse, and if US will overthrow Putin somehow, then we will have a one world government. This is only one side of the sword, yeah? But it looks like on the other side of the sword that we have pretty much the whole world standing behind Putin with any support necessary, anytime. Because like countries like BRICS nations, like other nations, nobody wants one world government, you know? This is all I have for this video, and thanks for watching. Please leave a comment below this video of what you think will happen in Turkey and Syria.